Hey everybody, Justin with Lucky 8 Off-Road, and today I'm going to show you how to install our Defender galley table. First thing you're going to do is obviously open it up. We're going to find this piece, and this piece bolts right here. We're going to have to take out, let's count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 Torx. So we'll pull those out first. Before we jump into hyper speed, as I take these off, it is a T30 Torx. Cue hyper speed. In your bag, you're gonna find, yep, you guessed it, some new Torx, also T30. They're just slightly longer. You're gonna wanna take those Torx and install that back panel. Now the easy part's done. Next step is to put together the arms that hold the tray portion of the table to the door. Once you got the tray portion in hand, you're gonna notice 3 holes on the sides. There's 2 holes that are closer together and then one that's a little farther apart. The one that is farther apart goes to the bottom. You can test fit it a little bit here and see that this center hole will line up with the center hole here. That will be for our mounting equipment. Out of the hardware kit, get a plastic washer, Torx head bolt, and your lock nut. What we're gonna wanna do is put the bolt through. We're gonna do that side, so we're gonna put the bolt through. The washer's gonna go in between the tray and the upright that holds it to the door, and then put the nut on. I'll zoom in so you can see it once it's done. All right, there we go. That's a good angle. As you can see, bolt in between the table tray bottom and the upright is our plastic washer and our nut. We'll do that on both sides and move to the next step. Moving right along, you'll notice there's 2 aluminum arm pieces. They are labeled top left and top right. They go on as shown here. I'm gonna zoom in a second and give you a close-up, but essentially it is bolt, plastic washer, and nut. Easy peasy. Here we are for the close-up, bolt, plastic washer, and nut. Same thing up top here. We're going to the back hole, the highest back hole on the side bracket. There we go, clearly labeled. Again, bolt, plastic washer, and nut. Do not tighten these down yet. So we've got that side in. I'm gonna do the other side in hyperspeed here. And I'll say it again, don't tighten them down. We're gonna want these loose to take the arm off to get the locking pin in, which is our next step. So I'll get this arm on and then I'll show you how to do the locking pin. All right, next up is the locking pin. Notice it's got this little piece that comes apart. Oh, get back in this focus, Mr. Camera. It slides onto the end like so. Ooh, somebody's gonna get seasick watching this. There you go. That's essentially how it goes. It is a number 7 wrench to take that off. You can get it off by hand easily, but if yours is stuck for some reason, you're gonna need a number 7. I'll show you where it goes on the door next. All right, we've got the bottom hole, which we know is for the tray itself. We've got this middle hole, which is for the locking pin. We've got the upper hole, which I can't tell you what it's for, it's a secret. And then the upper hole that is closer to the door, which is holding the top of our arm. We're gonna wanna put the locking pin in that hole. The small piece goes on the inside, the locking pin goes on the outside, and you can take this arm off. That's why I leave it loose. We'll take the arm off to tighten that down with our 7mm wrench. If you don't have a 7mm wrench, you can just use a pair of pliers. this little piece actually fits into the hole perfectly. See how it sits there flush? Then I tighten it down. Once it's almost tight, I've got the world's smallest wrench. I took it out of Corbin's Lego kit. And just give it a tighten. You got to hold the pin as you tighten. There we go, test, it works. That's it, the job is almost done. We're just gonna go around, tighten up all of these bolts that we put in. You wanna tighten them up, don't go kung fu bananas. We're not trying to prove everybody how strong you are. You just need to cinch them up, and these are locking nuts, so it's gonna lock that bolt in. You wanna have a little bit of wiggle room as you go up and down, and then again, the nut's gonna bite in, so it won't back itself out. That's it, it's that simple. Bada bing, bada boom, whatever these kids say these days. Table is done. Fold it up, pull these little clips, they lock in, and it'll stop the table from falling down. Pretty easy install, a little time consuming with the number 7mm wrench, but it's really not a hard one. Now that you know where all the locations are, I give this a 1 beer install time. See you guys in the next one.